Hey guys, thanks for coming. All of our meetings are all sorted, so we get to do our lesson, which is nice. Right, I'll put you on through the register. It's nice to see that everyone's already arriving, which is amazing. I've just created a WhatsApp, a Hangout chat, by the way, to be able to do the register for everybody. Oh, quickly pause the other video. So I've got Harris. Where's Harris? He was like second in. Well done. Do I have Rue? And there's Rue from third in. Amazing. Nick. No. Ashley? Do I have Ashley? No Ashley yet. Shanley? No Shan. Anna? Got Anna. Anna's in the house. Kieran. Rue, is Kieran here? You're Nick's in the house. There's Nick. Who else? Missing your Toby? Do I have Toby? Oh, hey, Kieran. What? Kieran's here. No way. Hey, Kieran, good to see you. Jassim, you don't need to be here. Jassim, you can go. Jassim's one of my A-level students, by the way. Kieran's here. Yura, anyone seen Yura? Got Toby. Toby's just made an appearance. I love it. Ben? Anyone seen Ben yet? Yeah, Ben's in the house. Tong? Is Tong here? Who is it? Oh, there's Tong. She's in. I think I've already seen Andy. Yeah, Andy was one of the first. Amazing. Vic? Yes. Isabel, I've already seen. Ruby? Has anyone seen Ruby? Is Ruby in here? There she is. Moses, I've seen. Con is first in. Wen? I think I saw Wen, didn't I? Yeah, that's fine. The only person who's missing is Yura. Has anyone seen Yura? Yura is here. Amazing. There we go. Fab. Right, guys. Okay. So what I'm doing is a quick, I'm running through the homework that I set you guys. I set you guys a, share my screen, so to say my forehead, go for that one, we're in. So I set you an excess reagent homework, and this is the last lesson before your test. I know that I've got you guys tomorrow as well. I won't do the test. The test is next Wednesday. Yeah, it will be online and during the lesson. Yeah. So next Wednesday, when you guys log in, I will send you a message on Hangout. And then when you're all there and I can see everybody and everyone's there and present, I will then send out the test and you guys then can have a go. No school tomorrow, though. That's correct. Oh, Rue, you're absolutely right. That's perfect, isn't it? No school tomorrow for you guys. Amazing. That's perfect. It means we've done your homework review, and then you get to end on your test. By the way, you guys all know I had somebody send me an email asking me for practice questions for the test. You guys, of course, all have access. This depends whether or not I can find it now. Let's go to Google. Go to that one. Go to Drive, and you guys, I gave you guys all access to the Year 11 support sheet. Yeah, and so one of the recommendations that I would give you guys, I have no idea where it would be. Yeah, oh, hang on a minute, I do. Chemistry student support, Year 11 complete. So you guys all have access to this. Yeah, I'm going to start populating all the YouTube sites since I've done so much more now. But that's the one you want to be focusing on. Calculations, yeah, number 20, this column right here. Yeah, so you want to have a go at doing book 1, book 2, and book 3 as revision. There is also a super booklet there. Wow, you guys have got more questions than you can handle. So next Wednesday, you'll sit an online test. You don't need to show no working out. The working out you will do on paper, and then you will just type in your final answer into the Google form. Remember, don't write in things like I think at the end of answers, which I had one of my Year 11s do. He wrote the answer, then followed it with I think, which means, of course, he gets marked wrong. Ugh. Anyway, so something to think about. Right, so I gave you some excess reagent calcs to do for homework. So I'm going to run through these, and then I'm going to leave you guys to do some questions off that sheet. But you all have access, it's all there. Okay, so we're going to start off with question 1. Magnesium hydroxide. I'm going to have to do something awkward here because I haven't really left myself a huge amount of space. I'm going to have to write out the questions again. Magnesium hydroxide plus hydrochloric acid goes to MgCl2 plus 2 H2Os. Balance the equation. You need to make sure it's balanced. Right, they've given me 12 grams of magnesium hydroxide, so 12 grams of this guy, and they've given me 42 grams of HCl. Right, so, and it's asking me to calculate the mass of MgCl2. Right, so we need to find out which one of these guys is in excess so I can ignore it. So we're going to go, first step in any calculations as chemistry is try to get to moles. Grams over rams, I've got to figure out what magnesium hydroxide weighs. So magnesium hydroxide, Mg is 24 on the periodic table of GCSE, plus, there's a 2 in there, 16 times oxygen, which is 16 off the periodic table, times by 2, plus brackets hydrogen 1 times 2 as well. Got my calculator on hand. 24 plus my calculator on. 24 plus 16 times 2 plus 2. 58. There's 58. So I'm going to divide that one by 58. Hydrochloric acid is dead easy. That's hydrogen at 1, and there's only 1 of them, plus chlorine, which is 35.5. So 36.5 for hydrochloric acid. You do not use the 2. Yeah, the 2's later. The 2's part of the ratio step. So shrink that down. So I've got over 36.5. Right, work out my 2 moles. 12 divided by 58 gives me 0.207. 42 divided by 36.5 gives me 1.15. So I would expect it to be that way around and that the HCl would be in excess, but I've got to check that because they're relatively similar. One's 5 times bigger than the other, but we'll hang on before we do it any further. Let's cover somebody up. I'm going to cover up this guy. By the way, these are moles. It's nice to put mole, M-O-L. Yeah, so these are moles. I'm going to cover somebody up, which is that guy. Going to cover him up and say, let's use the ratio here, which is times by 2, because the ratio is a 1 to 2 from my equation. So I'm going to do 0.207 times 2. So what I needed, 0.414, is needed. That's needed. How much do I actually have? This is what I actually have. And the answer is I have too much. So that one is in excess. So I ignore it. So this is the guy I'm using. Well, that was ridiculous. So this is the guy that I'm now using. And I'm going to use the ratio from him to him, which is a 1 to 1. So 1 to 1. So I'm going to get 0.207 moles of magnesium chloride. I'm going to do number of moles equals grams over rams. I'm going to reorganize it. Number of moles times by rams gives me grams. So I need to multiply this by its weight. Magnesium is Mg24. You get used to knowing your numbers, by the way. Plus chlorine 35.5 times by 2. 24 plus 35.5 times 2. And I get 95. So multiply that by 95. Multiply that by 95. There we go. And I'm going to do 95 multiplied by 0.207. And I get 19.7 grams when rounded up. And we're done. So there's my final answer. If you got it, tick it. Great job. If you get numbers which are almost identical to it, folks, I don't really mind. This isn't really a test of significant figures and keeping things, but obviously I'd prefer it if you were getting those answers. Next. Right. So iron oxide, iron, reacts with oxygen to form iron 3 oxide. That's because the oxidation state of iron is a +3. You're going to have to balance it. Common denominator for oxygen is 6, which means I'm going to need a 4 there. Oh, it's already balanced for me. I've got 10 grams of iron and 7 grams of oxygen. What's the mass of iron oxide? Iron 3 oxide I'm going to make. Right, number 1, get to moles. So over 56 for iron, over 32 for oxygen. Oxygen's 32 because it's 16 times 2 because it's diatomic. 10 divided by 56. and I get 0.179. 7 divided by 32, and I get 0.219. Right, so these are really close now, folks. Mol. Right, so cover somebody up. I'm going to cover up this guy this time. So I'm going to use the ratio here of 3 to 4. Yeah. So I'm going to go from here to here. So that's a divide by 3 times by 4. Two-step process. So I've got 0.219 divided by 3 gets me to 1 times by 4. I'm just going to run that again because I made a mistake. Divide by 3 times by 4. And I get an answer of, this is where I need to change my pen. I'm going to change it to black. So I get 0.292 needed. Nice one, Mr. Duncan. Needed. How much do I actually have? The answer is not enough. So this is limit. Yeah, not enough. So that one's my limit. This guy is therefore in excess, so I ignore it. So I'm now going to use this guy. Gone too far. I'm now going to make that just clear up. Okay, try and do that a bit better. Still not a clear line. So this number is what I'm going to use, folks. I'm going to use that one. What's the ratio? It's a 4 to 2. That's the same as a 2 to 1. So I'm going to divide that number by 2. You can divide by 4 times by 2 if you prefer. 0.179 divided by 2 gets me 0.0895. How much does iron oxide weigh? Well, iron is 56, and there's 2 of them. And then oxygen is 16, and there's 3 of them. So that's going to be 160. So I'm going to multiply this by 160 because I've reorganized my grams over rams, times by 160, and I get 14.3 grams. Take it if you've got it, folks. Take it if you've got it. Next. Okay. So the next one, I have propane. I'll switch to black this time, folks. I should have been on black on the other one. Yeah, switch to black. So C3H8 reacts with 5 O2s, goes to 3 CO2s and 4 H2Os. Right, and they've given me propane at 39 grams, oxygen at 11 grams, and they want to know how much CO2 I produce. Right, grams over rams. First thing you need to do is get to moles, as you always do. So propane is carbon 12 times by 3 plus hydrogen, which is 1 times by 8, and I get a total of 44. So divide that by 44. 39 divided by 44 gives me 0.886 mole. Next, 5O2, well, O2 is 32. So 11 divided by 32 gives me 0.344 mole. Right, cover somebody up. You'll notice, by the way, that I'm covering up, I'm alternating between who I cover up. I'm suddenly thinking I ought to cover it with something darker. Not that it makes any difference. So I'm going to use this, and this ratio is a 1 to 5. So I need to times this number here by 5. 0.886 times 5 gives me 4.43 moles. Right. Well, that's interesting because I definitely have not got enough of that. Yeah. So this one is going to be my limit. So I'm going to excess, get rid of that, ignore the excess. Right, what is the ratio from here to here? It is a 5, I'll make that look more like a 5. It is a 5 to 3. So to go from there to there, I'm going to divide by 5 times by 3. So I'm going to take 0.344, divide by 5 gets me to 1, times by 3 gets me to that. So I now have 0.206 moles of CO2. Number of moles times by rams gives me grams. I reorganized it in my head. I apologize about that. I shouldn't do that. Number of moles is grams over rams. Yeah, reorganize, bring the rams over there. So multiply that by CO2. CO2 is 12 plus oxygen at 16 times 2, which gives me 44, same as propane, amazingly. Times that by 44, times 44, and I get 9 Oh, times that by 44, which gives me 9.1 grams. 9.08 if you want to know. 3 sig fig, so reasonable. There you go. Next question. Next one. Oh, another iron oxide question. So we've got 4. By the way, I know I'm writing it out every time. I don't see the problem in this. Yeah, there's good value in practicing writing these out. It's given me 24 grams of iron, 5 grams of oxygen. Turn them, and it's going to ask me how much of that I want. So turn them to moles, over 56, that's how much iron weighs on the table. Over 32, oxygen is in 16 times a pair. 24 divided by 56 gives me 0.429. Next, 5 over 32 gives me 0.156. I'd expect it to be that way round. Let's check. Cover somebody up. Yeah, just cover somebody up. I'll cover up this guy this time. So if I was going to use that guy, the ratio is a 3 to 4. So I'm going to divide by 3 times by 4. So I'm going to take that number, 0.156, divided by 3 times by 4. And I get a number of 0.208 need. How much do I have? The answer is more than enough. That number is bigger than that number, so I have excess. Ignore, there's my limit. So now that I've got rid of that, I need to go from here to here, which is a 3 to 2 ratio, which is from the equation. So we're going to take 0.156 divided by 3 times by 2, and I get 0.104 moles of that. Right, times that by that, which is 160. We did that before. Times that number by 160, and I get 16.6 grams. There's your answer, folks. Tick it if you've got it. Next. Oh, look at that. On to the next one. There we go. Oh, what a great question. Good old silver nitrate making an appearance. Chemical test for the halide ions. Always nice. So this one is giving us, I'm going to go NaCl plus AgNO3 goes to AgCl plus sodium nitrate. Okay, the great thing is this is a 1 to 1 to 1 to 1. This is easy. 7 grams of sodium chloride, 95 grams of silver nitrate. Right. What are they wanting? Mass of silver chloride, I'm assuming. Yeah. It's because it's a solid. It's what they want. Right. So salt, so we need to get to moles, grams over rams. Well, salt is 23 for sodium plus 35.5 for chlorine. So over 58.5. 7 divided by 58.5, and I get 0.11. Ooh, that's interesting. Rounds up to 0.20. I like it. Next, no idea what silver is. 108. I think I got that from the last webinar. I think it's 108. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, if you use it, you learn it. So silver is 108 plus nitrogen at 14 from the table, and oxygen, which is 16 times 3. No idea. 108 plus 14 plus 16 times 3 gives me 170. Well, that seems awfully convenient. 95 divided by 170 gives me 0.559. Right. The ratio is 1 to 1. This is easy. We can compare them directly. That's bigger. Yeah. So I'm going to, this guy is in excess. Don't need it. Ignore it. Going to use this guy. Yeah. And that's a 1 to 1 as well. So I'm going to get 0.120 moles of silver chloride. Multiplied by the MR, which is Ag. It's actually relative formula mass, which is RFM. Ag 108 plus chlorine 35.5. 108 plus 35.5 gives me times by 143.5. So times that number by 0.12, and I get a mass of 17.2 grams. Tick it if you've got it. Amazing. Next, you see that I run the same process that you guys do. I don't change anything. Yeah, I have a routine that I stick to. Good routines in chemistry doesn't half make a massive difference, folks. I mean a massive difference. Yeah, I spend the whole time at A-level trying to fix the bad routines that the GCSE students picked up from from their previous teacher. It's a nightmare. Don't tell them I said that. So we've got 18 grams of sodium, 23 grams of chlorine. How much salt am I going to make? Right, grams over rams. Sodium weighs 23 on the table. So 18 divided by 23, 0.783. And then I've got 23 divided by 71. The reason being is chlorine is 35.5 and it's in a pair. So over 71 gives me 0.324. Right, cover somebody up. Okay, the ratio is 2 to 1. So needed, I need 0.38783 divided by 2, which gives me 0.392. This is needed. How much do I have? The answer is not enough. So this one is my limit, and this one is excess. So there's the number I'm going to use, and the ratio is a 1 to 2. Times that number by 2. 0.324 times by 2 gives me 0.648 sodium chloride. Sodium chloride weighs 23 plus 35.5, which is 58.5. Multiply that by 58.5, and I get a mass of 37.9 grams. Take it if you've got it. Last one. Oh no, 2 more to go. 2 more. Getting there though. Oh no, it's the last one. It's the very last one. And then we're done. Wow, that was quick. How long's that? 21 minutes. Right. Copper. Oh, this is a good old classic displacement reaction. Although technically it's actually a redox. Just to let you know. 2 silvers, and you can also call it a reduction. What a nightmare that is. It's one of the biggest problems I have in chemistry. And it's a nightmare that at year 7 and 8, you'd call that a displacement. And then at year 11, and year 10, you'd call it a reduction because we're extracting silver. And in year 11, you call it a redox. They'd allow any one of them, by the way. It's an absolute proverbial nightmare. Right, I've been given 19 grams of copper and 125 grams of silver nitrate. They're going to ask me for how much silver. Of course they are. How much silver am I going to make? Right, turning to grams, this one's over 63.5. 19 divided by 63.5, which is the atomic mass of copper. 0.299 mole. And then I've got 125 divided by, can anyone remember what silver nitrate was? What was silver nitrate? 170, of course it was. Over 170. Oh, dividing twice. 0.735. Right. Ratio is 1 to 2. Cover somebody up. Oh, cover them up, whatever. Right, so I'm going to go from there to there. Divide that number by 2. And I get 0.368. This is needed. And this is what I've got, which is not enough. That one is in excess. This is limit. Right, so I'm going to use that number. And the ratio is 1 to 2. So I'm going to double it. 0.299 times by 2. And I get 0.598. Multiply that by silver, 108. And I'm done. I'm going to make 64.6 grams. And there's my final answer. I'm done. Guys, that's it. All over. What I'd love you to do, folks, what I'd love you to do year 10. Come back to this. We're done. Look at that. Homework reviewed. Guys, could you do me a favour? Could you share it on the document with me, please? That would be amazing. I'm going to do it on the other sheet. I'm going to keep this so I can see my face. Guys, share it on the document for me, please. I've just discovered, by the way, I know I've got loads of kids in my year 11 class calling me a boomer. Apparently I'm a boomer. I don't quite know what that means. I think it's an insult. But I have discovered that you can star things on Google Drive to help you find them, which is amazing. So I've starred your little sheet. There's your year 10 homework data. And that brings us, guys, to the end. Whoa. Got some really weird things about. I've no idea what's going on. Let's zoom out from that. Somebody's gone crazy. Oh my goodness, pictures have appeared. Holy moly. What? How Ping's drawn a mole? 6. Oh my, 2 times 10 to the 23. Oh my lord. Have you seen what they've done to the sheet? I mean, I actually think it's hilarious. But, like, my drawings are on there. My 2 mole drawings are there. A giant pixel. I'm going fast. So confused. Anyway, so you guys can input your data for excess reagents, guys. Oh, more mole pictures appearing. I am the mole gods. Oh, guys, if you haven't seen this, it's really funny. I actually really like them. I might actually have to copy and paste that and post it onto my Facebook because I think they're actually brilliant. Like, the mole god is incredible. It's just brilliant. Oh, that's so funny. By the way, get rid of the orange highlighting bit. That was just, I think Libby went crazy with the formatting, showing people who'd missed filling in data. Oh, I most definitely did not contribute. Shan, it was you, wasn't it? Ooh, it was you. Did you contribute? It is amazing, the she dies. I know, Vic. Isn't it just amazing? I'm just loving it. I am just loving it. I'm loving it. Amazing. Yeah. That's useful though. What's useful? What? The avocado's number. It's kind of nice. Shan, that's awesome. Shh, we did nothing. Check edit history. Ashley, you're such a grass. You grassed Shan up. I didn't even know you could do edit history. Where's edit history? Oh, document editors can see view history. Can I look at edit history? Oh my god. Oh my god, amazing. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I'm gonna leave it be there. I'm just gonna I do love them. I love the mole god. I think the mole god is my new favorite thing. I tried to do stuff. Tiff kept changing it back. That's hilarious. Was that how bad it was? Were your changes that bad? Oh, I just love it. I just love it. Right, guys. I think we're done. Your color scheme was bad. My color scheme was fine. God, how rude. Right, guys. Soz. Right, guys. I'm going to leave you be now. You guys have access to the Year 11 support sheet. It's not just not in her style. Yeah. I totally get it. It's nice to see your data going in, guys. Solid 6s and 7s here. Well done. You're doing great. Really appreciate that. You guys have been the best calculations lot I've ever done, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how you guys get on with your test. Looking forward to Wednesday. Ooh, I'm quite excited. I'm very excited, actually. Right, guys, have a great rest of the day. I will see you all on Wednesday for your test. Take care, guys. See you later.